Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again today. My name is Erin, this is Little Valley, and today we are going to work through a 10-minute energizing class. So hopefully you're going to feel all fantastic and energized once we're finished. We'll start off with a short little meditation. Because we're energizing, we're going to take our hands to our belly, so you can take your hands out in front of you, clasp your fingers, and then just bring them, let me just put them down a little, bring it to the top of your belly, over your solar plexus area, have your thumbs facing up, and maybe just close your eyes and breathe in. You can do a little bit of Ujjayi breath, so that is when you would close the back of your throat on the exhale. You're going to open your eyes now, and we're going to come work through a few modified planks. So we're going to come onto all fours, hands and knees. Take your elbows, your shoulders. Sorry, let's start again. Take your hands out a little bit in front of you instead of having them directly over. They're a little bit out in front of you. And then we're just going to come forward and then lower to your tummy. You can open up into a cobra and then just come back onto your hands and knees and into a child's pose. Inhale, come back up onto all fours. Come forward into a plank. Inhale, come up, and then all the way back onto your hands and knees. Inhale, come forward, lower yourself down, and then inhale back up, and back into your child's pose. Inhale, last one, lower yourself down, inhale back up, onto your hands and knees. This time have your toes tucked and then come into your child's pose. Allow your head to rest down onto the mat. And you can come back up into onto your hands and knees. Lower yourself all the way down. Take your arms down by your side. Have your palms facing in towards you. And then just lift up your chest. And then release it down. Allow your chin to relax onto the mat. Then inhale as if you're like Superwoman. Lift your chest, fly your arms out, and release down. This time let's try and bring our feet into it. So we'll lift up our legs as well. So inhale, peel your shoulders and chest off the mat. Take your arms out, you're flying, lift your legs, and then you'll fly even more, and release that down. Take your hands up by your shoulders, push yourself up onto hands and knees, tuck your toes, and then we'll go into our first downward facing dog of the day. Let's just pedal that out. Allow your head to shake from side to side. And extend your right leg up. You may want to bend it so you can open into your leg. Point it back out. And then let's bring your knee to your nose. And then inhale. Let's take it up again. And then knee to nose. Look just in front of your hands and step your foot forward. We're going to come into a low lunge. You can release your left leg down and then just come up. Allow your hips to slowly open up. You can take your right hand to your right hip and then extend your left arm up and stretch over. You're getting a beautiful stretch through the full side body. and then let's release that down. We'll come into a plank pose. So you can either leave your left leg down and just come into a modified plank. So now your right knee is bent and you can be in a modified plank like that. Or you can extend your leg out and come into a modified plank. And then let's release that down. Bring your foot into a gate pose. Let's push ourselves up, and then we're going to extend over to the side and back down onto your hands and knees. Bring your knees back together. Take your knees actually now mat width apart. Drop down onto your heels and into a child's pose. And come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, and we're going to go into the little flow on the other side. So pedal out your feet. Extend your left leg up. You may want to bend it so you're opening up the whole side body. Bring your foot forward and then knee to nose. You want to be engaging your belly here. So belly to spine. And inhale last time. Look between your hands just a little bit forward and then step your foot between your hands. Lower your knee. And then you can bring both hands up onto your knee. You're getting a beautiful stretch here. And then let's release our hands down. We're going to come into a side plank, so you can bring your knee out in front of you, and then that can be your modified side plank. Or you can stay on your knee, bring your arm back a little bit, and then come into an extended side plank. Also modified. And then let's release that down. Back onto all fours, knees about mat width apart, and then into your child's pose. And then let's come forward, back into downward facing dog, pedal out your dog, and we'll just work through a few chaturangas. So inhale, shoulders above your wrists. You can go down onto your knees, and then scrape your elbows against your chest. Inhale, up, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. We'll do one more, then inhale forward, and then down onto your chaturanga. Inhale, look up, open up through your collarbones. Exhale and into your child's pose again. You can sit on one hip and come over into seated butterfly. So you might find that your knees are up, and that's fine. You can hold onto your feet and slowly allow the knees to drop down. You might want to help them a little bit by pushing onto your knees. If you find that you don't need to do that, you can make sure that you've got the soles of the feet together, have the little toes touching, and then open your feet out as if you're reading a book. Inhale, and then allow yourself to drop forward. And push yourself back up. We're going to go into a reverse table. So take the hands, have the fingers facing towards your butt. Take your feet onto your mat, firmly planted on the mat, and then slowly push yourself up into reverse table. You can stay here And then let's release that down. And then we'll take it up again. And release that down. Come back into a nice seated position. Extend your left arm up over your head and stretch your right arm out. And then let's take it to the other side. Allow the left hand down onto the mat. Extend the right arm up overhead. And come back up to center. Let's take both hands up overhead. Let's clasp our hands. Take them through over to our solar plexus. And let's just breathe into our hands and feel how our solar plexus, feel how our abdomen expands on the inhale and softens on the exhale. You might notice how different you feel now to when you first started.